It's time again to plumb the murky depths of Facebook to see if there's any gold that you can buy yourself for Christmas or something. It's Christmas hats.
It's July. 4,000 miles from you. That speedo's been disconnected.
Spare engine as well for when that one blows up. But are you going to want to go in that room? Are you ever going to come out?
Kick his teeth in for 2.5.
Yeah, exactly. Hello, Luke. Once again, you call yourself a journalist and I think it's a motorcycle problem solver, is it? Except the only problem you can't solve is your Facebook Marketplace addiction. And I can't solve that either. So I think we'll lean into it again. Last time we actually bought something, Petronas liveried, is a Peugeot Speed Fight.
I can't keep it. I shouldn't keep it. I can't keep it. I could just keep it.
So let's see if there's any purchases from, obviously I bought something, not from Facebook Marketplace, but we'll get into that. 1,000 as well. 2.6.
So it's a GSX-R K3 painted as a Petronas FP1.
Slightly incongruous, but I'm into it.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the purple wheels, but you know, it's track bike season. There is a lot of track bikes for sale at the moment, and the first GSX-R 1000, you know, it's great engine, but it's quite a big thing, bulbous thing, and the K3 just kind of sharpened it off a little bit. My ex-editor at the time, Simon Hargreaves, we were at Mallory Park one time, and he high-sided one out of the Devil's Elbow, which then later became a bike that we raced British Superbikes with the following year. But really great bike, great engine, 2.6, but yeah, it's got wets with it, rear sets, clip-ons. You know, it's just, depending on the mileage, it says it only done 4,000 miles from you. You know that speedo has been disconnected.
Good one to open with. Number 2 now. If you've not watched one of these before, basically he's showing me his and I'm going to show him mine. That's how it's going to work. So we'll start with yours this time. Oh, I've seen this one.
Yeah.
All local as well.
Do you know what? So next year is 20 years of the Daytona 675
Doesn't look
Triumph.
20 years old, does it?
And that's the thing, it doesn't look 20 years old. What a great looking bike, you know, it's a beautiful engine, such a lovely thing.
They still seem too cheap. I'm waiting for them to just jump up in value, as is probably my mate who's got a very nice white on blue.
Yeah, I think because it's 20 years, there'll be, you know, magazines and YouTubers and everything will throw a bit more extra focus at them next year, and then you'll see prices just go up a little bit just because it's a round number anniversary. So just a gorgeous thing and nice to ride still. You know, it's hard to fit on them. They're tiny, but they look and sound great. So it's really for that. It's a lot of bike for not a lot of money.
Sorry, number 3. Ah, sold.
I know. Look at that. That's a gorgeous. I just, you know, I love my small bikes, but just as a run forever classic trail bike, I didn't really look too deep into how original it is. But first glance, the price of it, you kind of like, that's the sort of, for me, it's a bike for life to just put in the back of the garage, and you know it's always going to start. It's an old Honda, and just do some trail riding on it and just green laning. There's a lot
of power.
There's a load of old airfields around here, and some of them can't be, you know, got to very easily. So just a little light bike like that, not to do anything daft, but just to go and explore, and it just looks so cool.
Oh, I missed this one as well.
Look, I've got it in my head that I'm going to own a Ducati 998. So much so that I've also bought some Dainese leathers from that era, which were a great deal. And I want a 998 because last year of the 916, 996 look, you know, the Testostretta engine, kind of reliability was there. And, you know, so, yeah, 916s, and they get crazy money they fetch. But a 998, they're still okay. Yeah, this has got a bit of sort of gaudy paint going on, but for the money it was at, you could then bring it back up.
8.5 is still not that bad, really, is it? No. I look at these and feel like they should be more expensive. I'm glad they're not, because I want to buy one as well. But
I think 10 grand is kind of where like a nice 998 is out. So that one with its kind of, you know, I don't like the wheels, and like some of the paint's not quite right on it. But I will own a 998 at some point, and I want to own one while I can still ride it. And then the missus says I can't park it in the house, but she also says I'm not taking my big corner.
Can't park it in the house. Hold that thought, because that's relevant for something we're going to look at later. Honda Wave, isn't that what's exactly behind?
That's it. This is the 4th Honda Wave I've owned in about 18 months. They're a basically a modern C90, 4-stroke, 4-speed semi-auto, fuel injected, you know, underbone commuter, right? They weigh nothing. They're so good on fuel. And so I just look at them, and if they come up for sale, and if we're not desperate about buying them, then you can see the price come down, or you can throw in silly offers. So in the end, this thing started at £1,000. It's been sat outside. I got it for 300.
300 quid.
Bid him down. We'd agreed on 350, and I got there, and I was like,
Sure, not MOT for that amount of money.
it's not MOT, no. So like the throttle's pretty much jammed on it. I let him have the box back off it. I said, you can sell that, because I didn't want it. So, but I've got a load of parts for them. They're so simple to work on. There's nothing really wrong with this. It's got, like, the list of things, it's got a new swing arm on it. It's actually pretty good. For 300 quid, it was a steal.
Yeah.
But this is the bike that I'm going to turn into a Ducati 998. So I'm going to buy and sell from this.
Oh, okay. My first one, it says 990, but it's actually 990 SMT. For 2,350, it's a bit leggy.
Yeah.
I'm amazed that they actually get that far without, you know, exploding. But this is the thing with these, is quite difficult to find body panels. So the fact that he's got, I don't know if that's a complete spare, and a command spare engine as well for when that one blows up.
Did you know, this is a big fact I'm going to tell you about the
Go on
KTM
then.
990 SMT.
Go on then.
I invented that bike. Right, it's a true story. So back in 2006, KTM released the 950 Supermoto, right? Which is crazy, because they had the 990 fuel injected in the Duke. I went on the launch of Bike magazine, and I rode this bike. And I fell in love with KTM then. I later went on to work for them for nearly 10 years. But I fell in love with this bike, and just the brand. These people were all crazy. I thought, this bike's amazing. Long travel suspension, really good brakes, loads of fun. And I was like, come back from the launch going, I reckon this could be like a brilliant tour for UK roads. So I then set upon a feature to ride it from Peterborough to Knock Hill via Edinburgh, sort of back roads. Did a track evening with Ian McPherson, ex-World Supersport rider, and then motorwayed it back, and sort of basically said, if this had a slightly bigger tank and a fairing, this would be the best tourer, best sports tourer out there. And I think that after that, KTM read my big article and went, yeah.
They really,
Brackenbury's right.
owe you some
So there you go.
royalties for that or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, they paid my mortgage for quite a few years anyway, KTM.
Oh well, you can count.
And look at the number plate on it as well. You know, this.
Yeah.
How much is it?
It's 2,350, which is pretty cheap. 'Cause I think most of these I've seen tend to go out to 3-ish, but I don't know. Well, that might be kind of chances. I don't know if they're
Do you know
really
why it's
actually
got
worth
spare
it.
engine?
But
Because he was ready for it. He was ready for it. That is a lot of miles, and not a lot of people would touch those at that, especially because of the gearboxes.
yeah, well, he claims these bikes can cover over 200k miles. It's like, and regular detail. I've never seen one. I think
never
most
seen one
most of them I've
200.
seen are kind of between 20 and 30. So
I think there was a guy on a 950 Adventure who's got way over that Explorer, but
yeah, there you go. Great
It
bikes.
is a
It's
great
got to happen.
bike. So-
I know my
but-
mate Tim Rodey wants one as well. I'm trying to. There you go. Buy one. Buy this one, Tim. I'm not suggesting you buy the bike. It's it was the listing that interested me more than the actual bike itself. So this appears to be in someone's living room. I'm sure the person selling it is a lovely chap, but I can't help but look at this and go like, is that fridge or freezer, and is that where the body parts are stored? Because I'm getting that vibe.
Not the body part.
No, because it just looks like.
It's funny how you can judge people. I discounted a bike because of what I could see in the background. I'm not a snob, but yeah, I mean, I always sort of nose on the profile and see what else they're selling, but you don't see a lot of those. 200 quid.
But are you going to want to go in that room? Are you ever going to come out?
I don't think so. What other collections has he got? How did it get in there? Why
Exactly.
is it
There's
in
so
there?
make questions. This, on the other hand, these are getting cheap. 4.5 grand.
That's a lot of bike for the money.
It is. 64
Have you
plate.
ridden one?
Never ridden one. Oh, I've ridden the new V4, but I've never ridden one the old V2Ns.
So fast. I remember the first time I rode one, so fast. And you're like, wow, this thing's great. And I remember coming into a corner and going, oh no, it's careful, because it's like super bike fast.
Yeah.
And then you're like, it doesn't go around corners.
It's not the nicest one. I think that there are enough sort of nice ones about that you probably could haggle them down. I do like these, and they seem to be hold their value pretty well.
Shall I tell you another story about that?
Did you invent this one as well?
I didn't invent it, but I went on the world launch of the Yamaha MT-01 in 2004 in Cape Town in South Africa. And
Jeez, it's so old.
yeah, but it was like a bike ahead of its time, really. Like no one wanted a kind of low revving, lazy big V twin in a very sporty chassis. But it was great. But it was so expensive, and the dealers were made to buy like a certain amount and have all the shop signage. And it was the beginning of the MT brand, which obviously kind of then they went from this to the MT-03, which was a 660 engine single, which everyone said handled so well. Yeah, things handle well when they've got no engine to push them along. And then it kind of stalled for ages. They had all this MT range of that. Anyway, MT-07, MT-09, all top job now. But the MT-01 was great. And on the launch, they had the Stage 1 tune, a Stage 2, a Stage 3. And barely any people rode this Stage 3 tune, which had high compression pistons, different crank. Amazing. I've got a picture of me riding it. It was completely different. It made it so revvy. But yeah, we had one on long-term test at Bike Magazine. And I think it went round Cabwell Park really well. It was
They look great
cool
as well.
thing. Yeah, it was a cool thing. It was ahead of its time. And I think that it's one of those things that didn't sell well, but finding a kind of nice stock molested one, I think that is a future classic. I think they'll go up in money. And to ride, you know, it's a cruiser engine and a sport chassis, so it's like a Buell really. It's a Japanese Buell.
I don't have any Buells today. You'll be pleased to know.
God for that.
Look at this. Old NTV. 300 quid. Look at that. I did see. Oh, did I send it to you? It was the Bros, which is the 400.
I always forget which one's
is it
the
the
shaft
Bros
drive and which one's the chain drive. I think the NTV's the
Shaft, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, and then the Bros was the chain. Yeah, the 400. Yeah, someone was giving it away for free. It was grotty. I think it had been bought for like a film or something, like a short film, and like it'd been like chucked in as a prop, and then just been chucked in a storage container, and it was disgusting, but for free, just something to like sort of see what could be salvaged, if anything.
I've owned one of these before. Bought it for my ex-wife as a kind of commuter. Really, it's great to work on, great for parts.
Still runs. He's already knocked. He's knocked 25% off it effectively. So
Again, if you the short commute and just something you wanted to leave outside, just brilliant. They were courier classics, but you go for the Dover full.
I think you would.
A Ducati superbike.
I know. I don't know why. I've seen a lot of people listing like this portrait photos, which is slightly upsetting.
I think about if I can't get my 998, do I go 999 or 1098? But no, I'm not gonna.
No, I think the problem is for me with these.
These ride better, by the way. These are not.
It's not the best one.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, there are some red flags.
My rare 748 bi-poster.
How is it? Why is it rare? Yeah.
Because it's in terrible state, and usually they're in a nice condition.
Yeah. I feel like that. I was kind of looking at this, thinking it's one to kind of sit on and see if like he inevitably puts it down, because for the condition it's in, 3.2 seems a bit much, but I reckon
kick his teeth in for 2.5.
Yeah, exactly.
But they ride so nice. They are such a great road bike.
Now, obviously, I've got the newer XTZ 660 Tenere, but 1995 one here.
I mean, it looks stunning, doesn't it? It's you're buying one of those because you really want one, not because you can get stuff nearly new for the same sort of price. You can get something like yours, a bit more modern, which you're going to be a lot more a bit braver about.
Well, that's what I paid for mine, and I had that same thing of like I could get a retro one, but like, do I really want that somewhere in the middle of France on a muddy trail, and then it does an old bike thing, so it's got the wrong tyres on it. But I felt that's a good one to kind of watch and.
Yeah,
maybe
it might
trim
touch
down a bit.
Yeah, it might go down to less than 2, but you're going to want one of those because you really want one of those. It looks in great condition, looks really fairly standard. Probably sounds quite loud with that pipe on, as long as it isn't smoking.
Is it a Delcovic? Because mine came with Delcovics, and I ended up getting baffles because it was obscene. It was ridiculous, and I don't think a loud single cylinder isn't necessarily a good thing.
It's not a sexy sound.
No. But yeah, that concludes our bikes for today. Now, if you are watching this around Christmas, Merry Christmas, and if you're not. Happy Diwali or Easter or whatever. There are various
the
celebrations.
hats makes no sense.
The hats make no sense, but if you're watching this around December, Merry Christmas. Hope you use that as an excuse to buy yourself a nice bike, be it from Facebook Marketplace or elsewhere. Please do like and subscribe and do all that stuff. Follow Luke on Instagram and find out what awful tat he's bought lately. Merry Christmas.